Wire's the only Mac Mini setup, so it's always on.
You can plug it into there. I have the software to read Mac OS.
Does it show up? Do we send these back if they're bad? I have a bag for this and everything. It's new. Yeah, right. Fine.
I just took this out of e-waste.
I mean, it showed up. It just showed up for me. You didn't test it yet? Well, it gets powered, but not data. That's this, my friend, is this on? This happens to it. But if I tape it up, it'll be fine. I might just do a strip of tape so it doesn't come. But this is trusted shit. That shows someone with zero.
On, I say. On.
Take my watts.
Alright, so today we're working on an A1707 MacBook that appears to not be turning on. If you take a look on the desk, you'll see that
But it doesn't discriminate. It's error and mouse, you know?
if you take a look on the desk, you'll see that it's taking 170 milliamps at 5 volts. It's stuck at 5 volts. And the chip that's going to allow the charger to speak to the MacBook and back and forth and
Get a bigger office.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh.
It's already loaded.
turn off the ultrasonic. So as can be seen here, it's taking 200 milliamps and it's at 5 volts. Now, this typically means that the chip that's responsible for speaking to the USB-C charger and saying, hi, I want 20 volts, not 5 volts, is either dead or not getting power. And on this board, that is our CD3215. So this over here is our charge port. See? Charge port. Charge port. And this charge port is going to speak to the CD3215. And you got some stuff going here on pin 6. See that? Look at that. See? It talks to the CD3215. And this chip over here is called the USB-C MUX chip. And it's going to be powered on VIN, voltage in. That goes over here to PP3V3 underscore G3 hot. Let's see if PP3V3 underscore G3 hot is present.
Stole my gun.
How'd you miss?
I'm a shit shot, man.
Get him! Wait, genius. Here. Kill shot. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure why you're shooting at the PC3000.
We both sucked on that one.
You're getting Chris. Okay, both of you are aiming at the PC3000. So, hard drives and data recovery. Was it dropped? No, it was shot.
I'm getting hit. You're not hitting them. That's the funniest part. They're sitting there lobbing it at you, and then I'm getting headshot.
Did you hear that? I hit the cat. I hit the cat!
Wait, that was you?
Yeah. Man, my aim sucks. The movies told me that if you shoot like this, you get better aim. But that's not true at all.
That's funny.
Kevin's in the middle.
Get Kevin. What happened to the machine gun?
Oh, that's a good question.
They all got thrown away.
Where's the semi fully automatic assault rifle?
Semi-fully automatic.
The original.
They are.
Left-handed, gun sideways. Yeah, I suck. What?
Whoa, don't shoot. Ow.
Where's my helmet, Paul?
All the way up front.
Shit.
Really?
Oh, that one hit me in the head. What happened?
Headshot.
Hit him in the head? Oh, shit.
Trying to use the bathroom, dude. Don't shoot. Incoming Kevin's in the bathroom.
Shoot Kevin.
Oh, please. Someone in here?
I don't think so.
I need a fully semi-automatic pull. Where can I find a fully semi-automatic?
I got the cannon.
Oh,
Wait, you can't take the cannon out? You can't take the cannon out, Paul? That's cheating. You can't cheat.
Paul, can you show them what a cannon is?
Whoa!
Hey!
Wait, that hit DC 3000. Paul just threw like five of them at me. Oh, shit! Below the belt or the head? Wait, he just shot me. Really?
Oh, no.
Human shield.
Whoa!
Not the eyes. I fucking blocked it with my hand. Let's try.
Whoa!
Steve, you almost shot me in the head, man.
Woo! Wait, hold. You hit his face. Hold on. You can't breathe. Okay? Whoa, don't use that cannon.
Who'd you?
I got Camille.
You hit Chris in the face. You nailed him in the face.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Alright, enough. Ow.
War crimes. Nuremberg trials. Do you hold a gun like this, Paul, or like this?
No. No, stop it.
Fully
No.
extended, right?
No. No.
But the movies.
No. The movies are wrong.
Can you? How do I hold a gun? So you cradle the bottom of the gun with like this.
Yes. One got stuck in the fan.
Which
There's one stuck in the fan.
Funniest thing is Kevin took one to the head when Lewis was holding him as a hostage. I just shot. I said,
You're supposed to value his life. The whole point of having a hostage is that you value the hostage's life so you don't shoot.
Then I was gonna shoot you in the head, but it's too late.
How dare you off me from over here?
Did I
Just
get
like, yeah, in the head, like straight
Oh, wait,
in
you
the
got
head.
hit in the head too?
Yeah, like off style, just like no scope. I just feel like this long thing and oh yeah.
I'm sorry,
Right
Camille.
above the ear.
I intended to hit Steve in his drives.
No, drives were unharmed.
So the first thing we're going to have to do here is see if pp3v3 underscore g3 hot is present. Let's see if pp3v3 underscore g3 hot is present and if that's going to allow this chip to power on. So we're going to turn on Paul Daniels' software, pray that it works today since it usually doesn't, and all right. We're going to put it on the screen. And we're going to measure and see if pp3v3 underscore g3 hot is present. Now, according to our schematic and board view, pp3v3 underscore g3 hot can be found on this capacitor right next to the chip. So let's see if that's there. .1 volts. Paul, 1.1 volts on pp3v3 g3 hot. Have you ever seen that? 1 volt? WTF, WTF, WTF. Alright, we're going to unplug power. And let's see if there's a short. 10 kiloohms, no short. Alright, time to go over to the place that pp3v3 underscore g3 hot is created. And see if there's anything wrong with the creation circuit that's keeping this from working. Now, the reason I'm skipping past here is because all these things I'm looking at is pp3v3 underscore g3 hot going into something. I need pp3v3 g3 hot coming out of something. And here we have it on U6903. So, the enable is going to be present on pin 10. Let's make sure enable is present. We're going to turn back to voltage mode. Shoot the invader, Paul. I have a suggestion. For every successful MacBook repair, you can shoot someone in the head with a need gun without them complaining.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock comes around.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did that, but then I woke up at 5 and my body wouldn't go to sleep until after 8.
Oh, that's just ridiculousness.
Yeah,
You need to keep some Tylenol PM around my house.
I take,
Ambien?
no.
The only thing that used to work for me to go to sleep was drinking, but that's unhealthy.
Well, no, my doctor gave me some kind of medicine to try and fix it, and it literally
There was an article I read.
didn't work.
There was an article I read in the Times 2 days ago. It was very interesting. It was talking about the entire theory of there must be something wrong with you if you can't sleep at the same time as everybody else is bullshit. Some people just have different rhythms, and you're never going to reset it properly.
No, I just can't sleep at all, ever.
So, I mean, even if you were to reverse your schedule and only go to sleep once you're totally tired rather than this I have to be at work at 12 o'clock thing, you still wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to go to sleep, you think?
No, it still wouldn't work. It used to be like this when I worked at 8.
Because for me, it screws me up to have to be. If I have to wake up early and go to bed early, it destroys my life.
No. Because like I take a shower like 10. I drink some tea and lay down by like 11, and then I read a book until I get sleepy, which sometimes never actually ends because I don't get sleepy.
What do you read?
Whatever I have. We have a lot of books.
Fiction, non-fiction?
Oh.
Interesting.
We read whatever we have, you know?
All right, so the enable is 5 volts, so the chip is being told to turn on, but it's only putting out 1 volt. That's odd. Now we've got 5 volts coming in. The diode's going to decrease it a little bit, which is expected and understandable. Now, in rare cases, the diode is actually decreasing current to the point where this can't work. But I'm not sure if that's what's quite happening here. So let's take, I think that it's only going to give us the full 3.3 or so once it's had a second to start up and go to 20. Now, here's something interesting. So right by one of those CD3215s, what I see is corrosion. Nasty, filthy, awful corrosion. So let's see what happens if I use a little bit of flux. Small amount, not too much. Just a reasonable amount. You know, the same amount that Paul would suggest that we usually use.
Maniac. Lunatic.
Paul, that's the amount of flux that you should be using. You work for a company that sells flux. We have a lot of moving expenses coming up. $25,000 security deposit. Probably $30,000 to $50,000 in construction costs, moving costs, furniture. We need to sell a lot of flux, Paul. Huh. Do you know how many tubes of this we need to sell? Exactly. Shit, did I leave the mic on for that? Oh, whoops, looks... Well, no apologies there. You gotta show what you gotta show to make money, am I right? NordVPN, folks. Go to nordvpn.com/bullshitinfluencer and enter code bullshitinfluencer. The stream was brought to you by Authentic Amtech Flux. Genuine Amtech Flux. Apple authorized and certified Amtech Flux. Not actually Apple authorized and certified.
Claims of this influencer may not be substantiated by facts.
Influencer. Paul, you're now part of the influencer network here.
Say again?
You're an influencer as well. Anytime you show up on camera.
I don't want to influence anybody.
You're an influencer.
I don't want to influence anybody. Pay attention to detail. That's my influence.
Alright, so we're using 800 milliamps now at 5 volts, which is a departure from what we had before. Now, another thing I want to check here is that cap that looked nasty was on a different PP3V3 underscore G3 hot LDO that seems to come out of the CD3215 itself, and I'm curious what we got there. Point 3. I wonder what happens if we change our CD3215. Let's change this chip with another one. Well then, there's a lot of shorts under that chip. What's your Halloween costume? I honestly didn't have time to think about or celebrate Halloween. Thank you, JP. But I have no Halloween costume. Nobody here did this year, actually. 2013, I remember everybody here dressing up for Halloween, posting a picture. Alright, let's get ourselves another CD3215 from store.rossmangroup.com.
Thank you. Have a good one. Don't give that.
Why shouldn't I give a PS4 HDMI port to a kid for trick Halloween?
What's Elsa gonna do with that? Give me 3 reasons Elsa's gonna.
Let's give kids the old air backlight circuit. Nobody's buying this shit. If Elsa comes in, give her a C7704.
I will give that to Elsa. Hello. How are you?
How did you let Kevin do this while you were there?
No, I wasn't there. That's the thing.
I can't believe you let Kevin do this. You got owned by Kevin. Did you see how Steve got owned by Kevin? Look what Kevin did. Sorry.
I walked away and I came back and they had this on it.
The only thing Lewis has to fear about is to reball the GPU. I don't fear it. I just don't do it because it doesn't fix anything. Stop it. No more running away. Am I cleaning the pee-pee, says Vermilion? Perhaps. Interesting. So PP3v3 underscore G3 hot before was 1.1 volts. And now it appears to be measuring at 0. Let's see if the enable's present. The enable also appears to have gone away. Very strange. Notice that. Our enable for PP3v3 underscore G3 hot that was there just a second ago has gone away. Now the enable... Actually, wait. The input voltage has gone away too. What the fuck? Let's try this again. We unplug and plug it back in. Okay, we're back to 1.4 volts on PP3v3. 5 volts there. This is some bullshit. Is the 5 volts actually coming into the chip? 4.7. Now sometimes what happens is this diode is actually limiting the current a little too much so it doesn't produce what it's supposed to. Which could be happening here. Never know. So I am going to replace both. I'm going to replace that diode right now, just in case that's what's going on here. Committee, I got my 80-page new lease today, and we are going to go through it at the speed you would imagine for an 80-page lease. Rob Brown is here. Everybody check out Rob Brown's channel by searching on YouTube for Rob Brown. Also, we've got this interesting thing over here. What is that little solder blob? Those two pieces of the board supposed to be touching? Strange. They are. Alright. See if we get any difference on our PP. .4. Lame. Okay, what if it's that cap on that LDO coming out of the that CD3215 that's doing it? This side looks fairly clean. Okay, let's see what happens now. Oh, look, now we get 20 volts. Check it out. See? 20 volts. So let's go over what was going on here. So it was that cap that was mildly corroded that I was ignoring because I'm a dumbass. Second stream in a row. Last day where I've done something stupid, but I might as well show you so that you learn from it. It doesn't do you any good if I hide the videos where I'm an idiot. So let's go over this. Now, this cap over here was corroded, and I stupidly replaced this chip, which probably did not need to be corroded. This cap is for PP3V3 underscore UPC XALDO. So what's that? PP3V3 UPC XALDO is a subrail of PP3V3 underscore G3 hot, most likely. Now, this comes out of the CD3215, as you'll see over here. See? That's our CD3215 chip, and it comes out of here. Now, when I measured PP3V3 underscore G3 hot to see if there was a short on it when it was only putting out 1.4 volts rather than 3.3 volts, I noticed that there was no short circuit. However, when I turned the machine on, the rail was being brought down. Why? Because the CD3215 is not going to give PP3V3 underscore G3 hot a pathway to PP3V3 underscore UPC underscore XA underscore LDO until the machine turns on. Only when the CD3215 turns on do you have PP3V3 underscore G3 hot to PP3V3 UPC XA LDO. And once that happens, then there's going to be a low resistance to ground. However, I can't measure resistance to ground when the machine in of itself is off. Delete that. I can't measure resistance to ground when there's power going through. So there's no way I would ever be able to find that by measuring. I would not be able to see that that short is there on PP3V3 underscore G3 hot until there's power going through it. And once there's power going through it, I'm not going to be able to measure because the CD3215 needs to be powered on to give a pathway between PP3V3 underscore G3 hot and PP3V3 UPC XA LDO. So that is why this wasn't working, because PP3V3 underscore G3 hot was below what it was supposed to be, because the CD3215 was giving a pathway between PP3V3 underscore G3 hot and a shorted subrail of PP3V3 UPC XA LDO that is only going to be present when there is power going through the machine, which is a condition under which I cannot measure resistance to ground on any power line, because you cannot measure resistance with a multimeter when there's power going through the board. Hopefully this has taught you something. Hopefully you've learned from my idiocy, and as always, I hope you learned something. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. See you in the next one.